Welcome to This Is Important, a production of iHeartRadio, the show where we talk about what's obviously most critically, crucially important.
Today on This Is Important.
Where my World War II soldiers at?
The Switzerland of comedy, Blake Anderson.
Sir, are you trying to big dick me?
Let's go!
Woo! I got this.
Ah, baby, yeah!
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
It came on random before we were recording, and I noticed.
Yeah, that was nice. That kind of kicked things off. Little
yeah,
funky
kind of
beat,
saying, like,
baby.
I'm coming, and I was like, okay, maybe the boys want to hear this.
Do you guys mind if
I didn't even notice that
he
he was saying I'm coming. I didn't even get that. I didn't even put that
There's a
together.
lot.
It was just mostly listening to the funky beat. Yeah, the groove.
good vibes,
Yeah.
good tunes?
But in the back of your mind, there's
I'm always coming.
Yeah,
Oh,
baby.
I'm always coming.
Hi guys, welcome back.
I guess we're back.
And we're back.
He's
Hello.
Louise.
George, you look mad skinny right now. Are you
Yeah, what the
wasting
hell?
away in Margaritaville?
Wasting
Down under?
away in Australia, mate. Wake up! Yeah, I'm eating shrimps off the Barbie. I guess
Lucky.
it's hard to add weight when you're just eating shrimps.
Oh God.
Is the food
damn.
there? I can't remember. Is the food there hot garbage or just decent or as
So
the
here's
kids say mid? Is it mid
Here,
or is it hitters?
do you guys have time for a short little roller coaster ride?
I would love to.
Wake up! Got
I
here,
do.
Oh, okay.
got here, and
Okay.
was eating. I mean, we got to kill an hour, right?
Okay.
I don't know if I consider it killing, but
Got here, and I was like, the food's good. What are we talking about? Everyone's like,
Okay.
yeah, the food's not that great. And I'm like, the food's
Mm.
fine. Get over it. I'm not a big foodie. Da 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 da.
Sure.
And then after
Yeah.
about a month, you're like, food's
Hmm?
kind of limited.
yeah. What I mean, what is it? You're
It's
just
not
eating.
outstanding.
You're just eating like sushi off boomerangs because that's sort of the
Yeah.
vibe that
Huge.
I get.
Yeah, there's a lot of sushi-rang. Yeah, look, sushi, you can find good sushi. I'm not gonna
Okay.
eat sushi every night.
You're not
okay?
trying to pivot in the
You're not
situation.
freaking Jeremy Piv.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get that mercury.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah,
fair
That was
enough.
his thing, right? He got mercury poisoning
That's what
from
he
eating too much,
said.
or he might have just been being a bitch.
I think he
I-
wanted to
I don't know.
get out of a contract with a play
Yeah.
or something.
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't want to.
yeah, dude. I mean, imagine doing a play.
Allegedly.
Oh, you would have to get mercury poisoning,
God,
right?
that would suck.
Yeah.
Fucking hate plays, dude.
You would have to just eat so much sushi, you almost kill yourself just to get out of doing a play, dude.
I gotta get out of this play,
What's
man.
weird is they can't get things like just like a burger. I still haven't had like a burger that I'm like unreal, great burger,
Really?
which is
Come on.
you think that's kind of just
I like this,
easy.
Durs, because you're throwing this out there to Australia, and I have a
Oh,
feeling
dude.
there's going to be a response, and they're going to say,
Oh,
"We're
you-
about to get you a burger, mate," and you're going
Oh,
to
Yeah.
you know the
really
fucking
good one.
That's great.
barrages
That's good.
in
That's fine.
Sydney are going to
The
be. You gotta
Bogans.
come down to.
and no.
You're going to get a bogan burger, baby.
And look,
For any-
I'm not in Sydney. I'm not in a big city, you know, like a
Okay.
New York where like you can fucking trip and fall and hit your head on a good restaurant.
Donkeys!
But I'm in
Word.
like a real fit area, so you think there'd be like banging like fit.
Well, that's. I mean, that's what
Food
happened. That's
establishments.
what happened to you.
Hmm.
That's what happened to you. You look
Mhm.
emancipated,
do.
emaciated.
Yeah,
Is
a little
emaciated?
bit of both, man.
Yeah.
You,
You're looking
Abraham
both of
Lincoln,
those
bro. You're
words,
looking
dude.
like you're about to fucking play Abraham Lincoln, and we're hyped on that.
You look.
More
like the
Abraham
skinniest I've ever
Lincoln.
seen you, and I just saw you a
Okay,
week
wait,
ago.
he
Is it
got
the
something.
angle? What is happening here? Does he
It's
look?
got-
Well,
He's
it's the
got a
lighting,
cowboy.
obviously. Obviously, he has zero lighting on him. For as much
Yeah,
as we know,
okay.
he's in a fucking
Does this
cave.
help?
That
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, now I see.
I
the
don't know
fact.
what to tell you. I don't weigh any. I weigh more than I did at your birthday.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
dude,
Margarita extravaganza.
fucking my God, that was fun. I actually had a great time. I was
Yeah.
because
Happy birthday, Adam.
I thank you guys.
Applaud
Big 41. That's a big
Whoa,
birthday for me.
that's a
Big
wild
41.
Wait, do you have applause or no?
I
You know what I
don't.
like?
Goodbye.
I like that, and I thank you guys for coming to
Oh,
my
I-
birthday. Even
Hey,
though
wait,
I have
hold on. Wait, hold on.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, you got to get.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, thank you for coming
we heard-
because
yes,
you know
of
41. That's not even one that I should celebrate. But
That's not
I feel like
nothing.
I haven't
No.
Seen the gang in
Right.
quite a while. It's nice to get the whole gang together and see
Mhm.
everybody from different parts of your life.
Mhm.
Eating Mexican food at El
Mhm.
Compadre, one of my favorite restaurants
Yeah.
Great
in Los
establishment.
Angeles. That place is fucking fire, like the
Yes.
fire margaritas.
Yes.
Can we talk about what a pain in the
Yeah.
ass it was? Because I'm not drinking right now, which sucks, by the way.
Pizza,
If you're thinking about getting sober, don't.
I'm drunk now.
because it sucks. It's
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
why I sent you the George C. Scott clip. The actor
Oh.
who's like
Oh,
the
yes.
old dude who's like, yeah, I've been
Yes.
sober. It's the worst. I used
Yeah.
to love drinking. I was good at it.
Dude, I feel
Actually-
the same way. I felt I was so good at it, but so I'm not drinking. So it was the worst. And I'm like
Yeah.
ordering. I actually had a great time for not drinking. I was a little worried about it because I'm like, oh, my
did
friends are
great.
going to be pounding drinks, which you guys did not fail me on that
Thank you.
front. You guys
Thank
pounded
you.
drinks.
Thank you.
And I was like, everybody's going to be pounding drinks. It's a Thursday night, classic party night.
I'm still
So
gonna
the guys
send
are going to
it.
be on fire, and I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be stone sober. So I'm there. I'm like, well, I want a margarita. I'll get a virgin margarita, but I want it flaming.
Mhm,
I
that's
want
their
it
thing.
flaming
They
'cause that's
like
their thing.
they like
Yeah.
the little lemon with the
They
what's
have
in
a
there?
floating lemon wedge that's hollowed out, and then they put alcohol in it and light it on fire. And the guy's
Right.
like, well, then it won't be virgin. And I'm like, I know. I mean, I'm not allergic to alcohol. I'm not like
Yeah.
on the wagon or whatever. I'm just not drinking right now. So I can have one. And he goes,
You were like,
"Look, I
I'm
know you're-"
cool. I'm cool. I'm
Yeah,
a fun
dude,
guy.
I'm fun.
And he's like, I know you're 21. He's like, kind of said it rudely. He's like, I know you're 21. I'm like, well, okay, I know. I mean, yes, I'm 21.
yeah.
He's like, no, I
Yeah.
know you are. And I'm like, all right.
Great ass.
I know
I
you're
get
way
it.
over it.
41.
I know you're
You're
actually
way over.
way
I know you're
over it.
way over 21.
Right.
That's-
Yes, I am. Technically.
I don't need to see
Uh,
your ID. You can stay.
And he did, but then he was like, I can't do it. And I go, well, come on. And I'm like, it's my birthday. And he's like,
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do, but I won't be able to do that for you. It's
Mm.
against the law. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Whoa.
okay, well, see what you can do. And then it was like, pulling
Did you
teeth,
say,
and
hey,
finally he comes
compadre
over.
to compadre?
Yeah.
See, no, because I
pissed
didn't really
now.
know what
Yeah.
compadre means.
My
That
El
means like friend,
compadre.
right?
Well,
Yeah.
we had this
The friend?
debate.
Oh.
What is more what's a higher friend rank? An amigo or a compadre? Because
Compadre.
I think
That's what I was
compadre.
kinda-
Amigo's
sounds a little-
like a friend. A compadre is somebody you're about to do some padreing with.
Yeah, okay. Because
Well, I feel like
padre means father. Maybe it means like come father or something.
Come father.
boy.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
I
it
don't
means
know.
come
Come
father.
daddy.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
bro.
it means
I'm bringing the
come
fire
daddy.
today.
Come daddy.
That's my favorite
Well,
restaurant in LA, the
Yeah.
Come Daddy.
Yeah.
My favorite restaurant in LA, the Come Daddy. I throw birthday parties there.
El Come Daddy.
But then,
Come Daddy.
I mean, it was sick. They had the mariachi band playing for us. That was
Oh,
pretty tight.
That's
Who got you? Who got you your flame though, man? got you your flame?
You did. You did. Yes.
I said, you know what? I'm on Margarita 5. I've had 5 flames.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you one.
I'm gonna give you
here.
a flame, and he gave me a
Dropped it
flame,
in,
and it really
no one was
helped.
looking.
And,
And I
we-
whispered,
and then he actually did
Happy
give
birthday,
me
Come Daddy.
I'm your
a-
come daddy.
he actually gave me one and made a big deal about it. Like, here you go. I was able to convince them. And I'm like, thanks, man. It shouldn't have been a big deal to begin with. And then later, like an hour later, you guys were on your 8th and 9th drinks. I was like, can I get a zero, like a Heineken zero or whatever zero non-alcoholic beer you have? Anything.
Right,
I'll take
right.
anything. And Blake's like, I got you. I'm going to go get it. And he
Yes.
goes to the bar. This is after we've closed the tab. And he was like, I'm going to go to the bar and get us one last round. And I'm like, all right, cool. And
What
then
a
you came
compadre.
back and you said, what did he was like, what did he say to you?
I mean, he was very stern about just being like, we don't have any more of those. Like we
I
don't.
had
we don't
one.
have any
I had one
more."
earlier.
You
Yeah.
had one bottle. He's like, we're out. I'm
We're
like,
out.
You had.
I do.
You
Yeah,
had
all right,
one on you.
Let me just come to the rescue of whoever. I'm just imagining you 8 margaritas in,
No,
going
I
to the
was
bar and going, let me get a 0.0.
no, come on.
And
I
he's
was
like,
super polite. I wasn't
"It's
in
time to
like
go."
I wasn't in go mode. I was
No, I don't think he
chill.
was full go mode. I
Yeah.
mean, did you guys go out afterwards? Because Atiba was like trying to rally the troops.
He went.
There was a squadron that went out, the Rogue One squadron. I did not. I went home responsibly. It was
where did
chill.
you
I
go?
went home
Wow.
and just hovered over each of my children for 5 minutes, looking at them,
Mm.
going like,
That's such a good daddy.
what will you be?
Mm.
Who will I be?
Yeah.
It's a
And then
bagel.
you
That's
just
a good
lower your
call.
face on him and go
Is that? Huh.
and breathe onto their cheek for a little, like,
Huh.
Yeah, I'm a
you
little
know, 7
disappointed
to
that
10
I'm
minutes.
not getting drunk around Bo right now because I feel like you got to kind of start him young.
drunk right now.
Just seeing you drunk, you know? Or
Yeah,
else
you
then,
have to.
then it's
yeah.
gonna be real shocking when he sees me drunk as he gets a little older.
Exactly.
The way to
They're-
do it is make it shocking when they see you sober.
Yeah.
Then they're
That's-
like, did
yes.
someone
Yeah.
die?
They're
Like,
like, what
and then
is-
you know how like
what is
kids will
different about
be
you, Dad?
Yeah.
You're completing sentences. That's really
Yes.
odd.
and they'll be like, "You're acting weird,
Right.
Dad. You're acting. I don't
Yeah.
like it when you act like this."
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And you're just telling a full story.
Yeah. You just have jury duty that day.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
just
man.
driving in straight lines.
in your lane.
You're just
No,
driving
sir, I don't
to
like it.
school. Just can't wait to get back home and crack one open.
Punk rock, getting radical.
Sorry.
Oh,
Hey,
God,
wait.
drinking's the best. Oh,
Very-
damn.
Hey, bringing up Thursday night, when you said
Okay.
that, when you're in high school, Thursday night's not really an option. For some people, sure, every once in a while. But then when you get to college,
People.
For some people.
and Thursday night becomes a whole new thing to kick off the week. I remember
Mhm.
being like, this is great. We don't even have to wait till Friday. It's not just Friday, Saturday. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, a little bit of Sunday morning.
Mhm.
Well,
Then it starts
I
being
never
Tuesday.
I'm drunk
went to
now.
a proper college, so I don't have that exact
Yeah, at Orange
experience.
Coast Community College, every day.
Every-
There are no days.
Yeah, there's
There
no
are no
there's
days.
You literally never
It
had to
all
be
ran
No
together.
days on. I do
It's
like
like-
that idea.
You're by
Orange
the
Coast Community
pool.
College Monday
You were on
was
the
a
swim
Saturday.
team. You were on the swim team, but we were in the pool way more than you, brother. Trust.
Dude, we used to
Okay.
roll a keg
Okay.
down to the pool and finish kegs by the pool
Yeah.
all day. It was the fucking greatest. That was the
Yeah.
best college experience. And also, I don't remember really going to school.
Yeah.
I was
remember-
intoxicated.
It was
I-
almost just
I
like a
honestly
holding
don't.
pattern, right? It was just kind of like a holding, like a place to be
Yes.
for a little bit while you got a little bit older, learned
Yes.
how to live
I mean,
with
how to-
homeless people.
I mean, I
how
definitely-
to-
Yes, how to
I
invite
got
homeless
my-
people to live
yeah,
on my futon.
and you go, wait, maybe not the best
multiple
idea.
multiple homeless people, literally multiple homeless people lived in my
Super-
house.
Yeah,
That's super accepting and giving of
Yeah.
you. I always
Yeah, that
looked
was
up
cool
to
of
you
me.
for that. That was
Thank
really
you.
cool.
Didn't know better.
I did get my AA though, so there is that. I did.
What is that?
graduate. Associates
Mm.
thing.
Oh, associates.
Associates.
Well, why is it called AA if it's associate's degree? Shouldn't it be something else?
You'd
Sorry.
think it'd be AD, but I don't know. You're the one who
I think
achieved
it's
this
like
accomplishment.
associates.
It's like
of
a
the
BA.
arts?
It's like a BA. Yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly.
Are you sure that's exactly
It is.
Okay,
It's
we're getting
associates
it
of
from
the art.
Alright,
That's
the
exactly it.
producers.
No, you shook
I
it
know, like,
loose.
all
I
right.
remembered. I
You-
remembered. I remembered.
You don't know.
bro.
You don't know
That's
what you
almost
got.
cooler than being is associate. It sounds more sophisticated than just being like a bachelor of the arts. It's like, oh,
So
you're a
what
bachelor,
do
huh?
you, Blake? I know you went
Yes.
to. I did that. I was talking with
Yes.
Isaac the other day and said how weird it is that you got your degree in theater
This is the way.
because you've never been in plays. I've never seen you. It's not like you then went and decided to be in a play.
Right.
I was in a.
You did high
I
school
was-
plays though.
I was in
Well,
high
sure.
school plays.
I mean,
I
sure.
did a few. Look, I did a
Sure.
few things at OCC. I did like the Christmas show. I did
Okay.
What
Project
show
Night.
was it? What was the
What
Christmas
show was
like?
It was an original. It was original written by
Oh,
David
clutch.
Scaglione. Shout out to my boy.
Oh shit. Okay.
Skags, Boz
Skag
Skaggs.
man.
Yeah, he rocks. I think he's still at OCC. Good dude. Good guy.
Okay. He's still going there 20 years later?
No, he was a teacher, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
All
yeah,
right.
probably
What's like the elevator
You
pitch
never
of this
stop learning.
Christmas special?
It was like kind of like a throwback melodrama. So it was like, it was like I was like Wingnut Charlie, and I was with my buddy.
Put another
Mike
log on the
Cavender.
fire. I'll be downstairs.
No, it was silly. It was for kids. You invited the elementary school over, and they watched it. It was really
A
fun.
melodrama?
Yeah.
An elementary school watched a melodrama.
Yeah, like a silly melodrama, like really high.
Do I not know what melodrama
I
means?
don't think you do.
You know what I mean?
I think it's like
I don't think it's called a melodrama. Are we mispronouncing it?
I mean,
Well, you're the one who is an associate
you guys
of the
challenge
arts.
me.
Yeah.
I back down and I fold to thee. Okay,
You just
I'm
asked me.
pretty
I thought a melodrama was like a weepy, sad, like small
Yeah.
story.
Yeah,
And you guys did that for elementary school kids.
yeah, but it was like silly. It was like a Christmas one. It was like really heightened. It was really.
So it was
heightened.
like a spoof of a melodrama?
Yeah,
Where it's
yeah,
like,
like
I don't
a
think we're going to have
melodrama.
any presents
Okay.
this year.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like,
Exaggerated, sensationalized, or
talking about.
over emotional.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, so it was like,
Melodramatic.
oh no, here comes Wingnut Charlie, and I'm
So it
like,
was tongue in cheek. It was
Yeah.
tongue in cheek.
yeah,
Got it.
But it was a comedy. It was fun.
Okay.
Give me a hell yeah!
I was in a play
What's that
at OCC too. I was in the Giant Rats of Sherlock Holmes and the Giant Rat of Sumatra,
Yeah.
which I guess is a real
Wow,
play. And I just
dude.
remember,
Real, yeah.
dude, I
Mine
remember
was
this
real, too.
smoking hot babe came
Oh,
to see
man.
me, and it was so cold in the theater.
And
And
you're doing
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to admit this. Her nipples were so hard, dude. They were so
Let's
hard.
go.
Wait a second. Hang on. One second.
Wait,
She
whoa.
came to see you. So
Whoa,
on
whoa,
stage, you were
whoa.
clocking this
Dude,
during
oh,
your performance. You were
Okay,
I
this
missed-
is a new
I missed
story, I think.
I missed a cue line. I remember Alex Golson, our director,
Oh,
was
Big Alex, love him, man. Great
I-
dude.
He was a little pissed. He was like, "What? Why get your head
He
in the game?"
kinda
And I'm
hated
like,
you,
"Dude,
though.
yeah,
Second
it was a
row,
love hate
third
between me and
seats.
Alex." He was a little pissed that I missed the line, but it was well worth it, dude, because this girl's nipples, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. And I went on a date with her. And did I do anything with her? No, I didn't, because she
What?
came over to my apartment
Oh,
and I lived in the living room on a couch.
Yeah.
And so we're laying on the living room. I
Those
have
nipples
low-
went shoo,
See ya.
right
just
back in.
reverted.
Dude.
Oh, man.
And the amount, do you remember how many cockroaches lived in that apartment with us? I mean,
You're a monster.
and I'm not exaggerating when I say
You were in
4
Joe's
dozen.
apartment.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
4 dozen.
didn't recall. See, I didn't clock roaches. Was that really a thing? That's disgusting.
Oh yeah. Well, not at the second apartment, the first
Oh,
apartment
yes,
when we were
at,
across from off Merrimack,
What was that? Yes. What was that
Yeah.
called?
Merrimack Woods. Ours was called, yeah. And it was,
that was
filthy
gnarly.
and disgusting and covered in roaches. And I had blow queued up, and it was fucking. It was on
The,
fire.
movie,
dude.
the movie. The movie.
The movie.
No, he didn't. He
Movie.
couldn't afford cocaine.
You
No.
came
I
home and there were
definitely
roaches
could not
doing
have afforded.
lines.
I could not afford any drugs.
Wow.
Even weed was
Yeah.
really burying me.
Yeah, hard to come
Uh,
back. That you
uh,
were like, you want to hit the resin? You good? And then
Yeah. Want to
add
roll a resin ball?
cracker? I know
No,
how you guys did.
Austin refused to not come in the living room. I kept
Mm-mm.
taking it because I had a roommate. He had the
Mhm.
bedroom. I slept on the couch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He had a long-term girlfriend who was never there, who he's now married to. I was a single man trying to score chicks,
Right.
and I have to take them back to a couch, to a
One
blank
Sherlock
couch.
Holmes show at
Right.
a time, baby.
Was this a one bed? This was a one bedroom.
This is a one
You
bedroom.
just saying that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a one bedroom, and so
And you
he
guys
kept
wouldn't
coming
share
out.
the room. You guys couldn't share the room style, and like,
Like,
Well,
have
we ended up
bunks?
sharing a room later when we lived in a 2-bedroom with 5 dudes. But
yeah, yeah.
but this time I just slept on the couch, and then as a trade off, I got the garage. Austin didn't get the garage. Parking was
Oh.
horrific, and he got towed multiple
Got it.
times. He got multiple
Got it.
tickets.
nice
I didn't
trade,
have to
dude.
deal with any of that.
Nice trade.
But also, I didn't get
Ooh.
laid in there or any amount of
I guess that's
action.
kind of tough to
Yeah.
like. The move, I guess, would be to like pull into the garage and then just spit some poetry about how hot.
Oh.
Like, I can't even wait to get inside. Like, can we just do it here?
Mm.
And then she's like, "Whoa!"
she'd be like,
she feels
no,
taken.
let's go into your gross apartment. I'd
She
prefer
feels
to go into
taken
your
with
gross
you?
apartment.
No, and you go, no. It's Please.
It smells like gas.
Please
can you
don't go in
stay
there.
here?
Please don't go in there.
I don't know. Your
Okay,
car
can we watch
isn't
it?
that clean either.
Can we watch a movie? Yeah, I have two options: The Beach and Blow.
Let's
Those are
sit
the
on
only
my
two movies I
trunk
have.
and watch people walk by the open garage door.
And
Huh.
maybe the second Lord of the Rings.
Okay, I've never
You got
seen
the
the
two
first
towers
one.
ready to go?
Will I be lost if I just start on the second one?
Yeah,
I feel like
Yeah,
they
don't-
do a
so-
previously
you will.
on.
Let's do Blow.
yeah.
Don't they
the
start that
movie.
movie with the previously
The movie.
on Lost?
Previously
No.
on Lord of the Rings.
It's been a hot minute since I watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
That
That
They're
shit
good.
was a
I just watched the two.
showstopper.
I watched the first two. I got to watch the third one with my
Well,
kids.
'cause you're probably where they're
You
filming. it.
just watched the first two? Are
No,
you
no,
a
no.
rewatch?
I'm rewatching with the
Ah.
children.
Oh, that's a
and,
good call.
They're awesome.
children?
They're epic. And like
Oh,
Still
Peter
good.
Jackson like puts his stank on it in a way
Mm.
like you don't realize when you're watching it back in the day.
That PJ stank.
I go, boys, you smell that? That's Peter
Mm.
Jackson.
That's Peter Jackson stank.
And then I was like, actually, that one was me.
Okay,
That's a fun
dad
age that you
joke.
actually get to show them cool movies. I rewatched it just myself, not with children, during the pandemic, I believe.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
great time.
I remember the first movie, I was like, are these graphics going to be horrific right at the beginning? And because it's telling like the story of the ghosts, like
Yes,
about like
the
way
rings
back,
being forged
the rings being forged, yeah.
Mhm.
And
So
I
tight.
remember the
So
graphics
tight.
were a little suspect, but
Yeah.
then it
Lot of
just got
shadow
better and
play.
better and better. Yes.
Yeah.
When they fight the giant like bull looking dude with the horns that go down, I was like, and he says like, "Fly, you fools!" I think is that moment.
Oh man,
I
Dude.
was like, I don't know if we
Look at Blake
beat
go.
this.
He's getting rock hard. He's getting his
man, I love this fantasy
associates
shit,
of the
brother.
arts
I love this
hard
shit,
on.
brother.
So you know how like in movies now there's just these humongously giant, unbeatable entities now, these giant like galactic sized creatures. I don't know if we've beat that one. That one just looked fucking cool. He had that like cat of nine tails that was made of like fire. He looked
tight.
unbelievable when he opened his mouth, like the heat radiated out. Like,
oh yeah,
I
I
don't know,
remember
man. I
the
think we're
first
all
time
trying
they
to do that.
showed the orcs. The first time they showed like the big ass
was-
orcs.
that was
Yeah.
practical effects too. That was makeup, man. That
That
shit
was pretty
sick.
terrifying. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was just all Kiwi locals too, by the way.
It's science.
Yeah, they were
Everyone
going
was like
off.
the unemployment line. They were like, "You want to be in this movie and put on this
Yeah.
stuff?" And it became like
okay,
the thing that employed everyone for a like whatever 2.5 years, however
That's so
long they took
sick.
those movies.
you
love
gotta
that.
all come together like on the anniversary and just orc out and have a fucking orc party.
Yeah, I wonder how many orc babies we got from that movie.
Damn, that's a great question.
We met on the set,
And what's cool is
I
that
don't know
movie
how
is
to do it.
now what 22 years old.
Oh, yeah.
so
Getting up there.
Yeah,
I was working
yeah,
at
maybe
Brendan.
so those orc babies could kick our ass. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
for
there's
sure.
no
Like
doubt.
if your
There's no
parents
doubt.
were orcs in the movies, they're
Mhm.
giant. They're giant, beefy people. And now you're 23, just all yoked out. You probably go surfing every day, eating nothing but whatever the fuck they eat down there. That dirty shit that I immediately
Bad
forgot.
cheeseburgers.
Kiwis, they eat kiwis.
Yeah,
Oh, kiwis.
Kiwis and bad cheeseburgers. Yeah, kiwi on a
yeah,
burger.
they're probably just jacked
I'll
as
try it.
fuck.
Do they eat? Isn't there also a bird called the kiwi? Do they eat those?
That's right.
There is, right? There's a
don't
kiwi
know.
bird and a kiwi fruit. That's
Yeah,
kind of
I think-
confusing. I actually never thought of that.
Right.
Oh,
Like you're
fucked
like, hey, will you
up.
slice up a kiwi? And then someone comes in
Yeah.
with blood all over, and you're like,
Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Not exactly what I meant.
What up, mate?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What up, mate? By the way, the music from Lord of the Rings is next level. I'm just gonna leave that there. Long gone are the days of waiting in long lines at midnight to get the best deals on your favorite things on Black Friday. Now, all you got to do is check out my partners DraftKings Sportsbook, who have touchdowns on sale all weekend long. Now, that's something to get excited about. Did you think that was it? Well, right now, all new DraftKings customers who bet just $5 will get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. All right, now download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using my promo code IMPORTANT. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the shot to win cash prizes. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up using my promo code IMPORTANT. The crown is yours.
Why did you say Alex Golson hates me, dude?
I think I actually got you confused with Thomas Kellogg because he really hated Thomas Kellogg.
No, he hated Thomas Kellogg. Our teacher Alex Golson, I did not remember him hating me. So when you said that, it did throw me a little bit, and I was like, "Oh shit, did he have some intel that I didn't?"
That's my bad because I remember clocking in my brain during Orange Coast Community College during improv class. I'm like, Adam Devine is very funny and Thomas Kellogg is very funny, and Alex hated one of them, and I thought it was you in the moment. No. He saw great things for you. He's like, you will be on Saturday Night Live. He wasn't right there, but
he was not right about that. No, they have not called me. They refused to return the phone calls.
But yes,
even the faxes go unread.
Yeah,
unread. Nothing's going through over there. SNL. What's up? Your writers must listen to the podcast, but we don't get the call to be on the show every once in a while.
You know what's funny? This past week they had a funny sketch on where it was like these guys calling their dads to talk to them.
Okay.
And I was laughing, and I explained it to Emma because I was watching it without her, and I was like, "Oh yeah, SNL was pretty funny." It was like these guys calling their dads, and the dads like not being able to talk about their feelings, and she was like, "Didn't you guys do that on the podcast?" What? And I go,
yeah, we did. Also, by the way, Emma listens to the podcast, dude.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
incredible.
Well, that was like episode 9 or some shit.
Okay, yeah, she's falling off. Yeah,
that was a long one, a long time ago.
Yes.
I don't know where she is on this planet, but she pointed that out, and I go, oh yeah, what the fuck? I'm not gonna say that's like not kind of like a universal joke. That
that one feels like it's pretty universal. When it was Ratatouille having sex. That was so specific, and it was like literally the next week. So,
but then I guess someone also had done a sketch like that at some point.
Really?
Oh, did they? So maybe we're confused. Who knows?
Yeah,
yeah, maybe it's us.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Saw The Substance. Speaking of,
oh, no spoilers.
Showing kids movies.
What is there's a lot of movies I want to see right now, and The Substance is way up to that.
What is that?
It's the funniest movie I've seen this year.
What?
I laughed harder in that movie than I don't know what.
I haven't heard that it was a comedy, but that's...
Dude, if you're not laughing by the end of it, if you're not laughing out loud, and
Llewellyn?
By the way, no one else in the theater's laughing. And
so
I'm
like you when you saw American
laughing.
Psycho, and you're like,
yeah, this seems like for sure funny. I mean, Durs is a little bit of a psychopath. Yeah. Sorry,
somebody help me!
Sorry, didn't mean to offend you, sociopath.
Yeah,
don't offend psychos.
I don't want to offend psychos. You have a little bit of a sociopathic tendencies, so maybe this is it, because this does not seem funny, dude. I'm looking at it right now.
I'll say a few things. It is for sure the most shocking movie I've ever seen in a theater.
Really?
Oh.
You've never seen it? You never saw any like Lars von Trier in the theaters? That was all home theater stuff?
I saw a couple of Lars von Trier movies, but this is I'm not gonna no spoilers, but like Lars von Trier movies are like shocking in some ways. This is shocking in all sorts of other ways.
I don't even
and it's
know
just
who
kind of
that
like an
is.
assault of the senses.
I'm getting excited. Well, I have an associates of the arts, so I know.
Yeah, you
but
do.
like and by the way, I was saying that like if my mom saw this movie, she would think like society is over. She'd be like, well, that's it. We had a good run. This clearly indicates the end.
Right.
Man, it gets so over the top and funny by the end that it has to be funny.
Yeah.
Like you can't be like, oh my God. You could be actually. I mean, I think that's what everyone in the theater was, but dude, howling. Like so out loud.
So and you're watching this alone because you're just in Australia?
Just in Australia, so bored out of my mind.
All by yourself, maybe the lone American, and you're just howling laughing at this.
Yeah, you've seen Cape Fear. I'm smoking a cigar. And I'm just laughing maniacally
Like, okay, so like for instance, we all here's a reference like Human Centipede. That's a pretty disturbing movie, but some could find it actually pretty hilarious too. Like
Yeah.
it is like a torture in
Gross.
a lot of ways, but you're like pooping into people's mouths. It's a
Yeah, but-
ridiculous premise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can laugh at something like that, but some
Yes.
people might look at you sideways in the theater.
But I think this was made with a little bit more of a comedic lens to it
Okay, I'm
than
excited.
Human Centipede. Human Centipede kind of doesn't thread. I don't think it intentionally thread that needle of like shocking and taking itself seriously, but also like kind of so bad it's funny.
Yeah, like I remember the
thing.
doctor being a pretty not good performance, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And so like they kind of go, yeah, no, we know it was a joke, right? But like somebody wrote a serious screenplay about maybe the worst thing possible, which is having 3 people sewn together ass to mouth, and then
Spoiler alert.
Oh, so that's what the
know.
movie. I kind of knew.
Human Centipede.
I
you
mean,
never
I
saw
knew
Human
it-
Centipede?
No,
Oh.
dude, I don't watch shit
Oh,
like that.
dude.
No.
You got to.
No, I don't have to.
No, you actually
I don't have to.
All we have to do is tell you that what it is the doctor sews
Yeah.
like 3 people together and then basically
And
feeds them, and
feeds
then
the first person, and then the first
poo.
person
Has
shits
to-
into the second person's mouth.
so-
They eat that.
those
and
like
then he's
shots
like-
of them
he's
going.
like, it's got to go to the next person. It has to go to the final person.
It's a lot of acting.
So then it's just like, I mean,
It's a
then it's
lot
just
of it.
waiting days and days because I don't know. I mean, I have no
Yep.
problem shitting. I could shit anywhere, whenever, wherever. But I feel like
You're
a
a
lot
prime
of people.
candidate for the doctor.
I feel like a lot of people
or you don't.
If you
are scared to poop in public, like Blake. I'm sure Blake is scared to poop in public.
Sure.
In the
Sure.
movie, the guy's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so
So-
sorry. Like, I have to shit.
Yeah,
And she's like,
he's-
no.
Yeah, like the
We
dude in
talked
the
about
front.
this
So
before, I
Blake,
feel.
would you then, if
We
so,
might
let's
have.
say if we were to get sewn together, and I'm the first one, and you have your mouth
Zero
on my
hesitation
asshole.
for Adam.
what?
Your
What
mouth's
are-
on my asshole.
Yes, I'm eating your
Would
What
you
else
be
is
able
new?
to shit into Durz's mouth? Because I don't think you could. I think you would. Your body would. You would just die.
You think
Seize
out of
up?
politeness he would die?
I don't even think it's even politeness. I think Blake wouldn't be able to shit
Do
in
you
that
get
moment.
diarrhea too?
Out of
Right?
like,
I feel like a lot of
stage
people
I
fright?
wouldn't.
think, but I feel like at
Yeah.
a point, doesn't the human body hit a place where you can no longer stop it?
It's called an impacted bowel, and
Okay.
I believe you would have that.
And Adam just had that right there in
Okay.
the chamber.
Huh,
Impacted
and I know you don't have
bowel.
your AA, so I'm wondering how you got that information. And maybe
got his
we'll
BS.
That's the
Yeah.
word of the day. Impacted bowel. Phrase of the day.
Yeah, but this movie's done on a whole other level of like
Yeah,
artistic merit or whatever.
it's getting it's getting a lot of good buzz. People
And
are
dude,
All
Demi
right.
Moore goes for
So
it.
what is the
I love
basic
that
premise?
she's
I feel
back.
we talked a little bit
I
about
don't
it.
want
But
to
give
really
us the
know
basic.
though.
I-
I don't.
You know what? I
really
won't
know.
tell you because I didn't
Well,
know
we talked
anything
about it for 10 minutes. And
I know, but
I
it-
feel like the audience might want to know.
Here's what I think it's about: is like a kind of like an aging actress, and she's doing anything to kind of maybe stay young. So like a Death Becomes Her sort of new light.
that
on
is true.
Okay,
That
see?
is actually the comp I thought of at the very end. I was like, oh, this is Becomes Her meets Black Swan.
Okay, look at
okay.
sold in the
Oh.
room, brother.
Meets
Academy
Back to Peter-
Award
Back to Peter
winning
Jackson.
film.
meets Dead Alive, if anyone's ever seen that.
Ooh.
Very
Which was-
psychedelic.
Which was on the box.
Hollywood.
On the box, it says the goriest movie ever made.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
kind of was right.
Mhm.
That's
I
the one
think
where he
this
like
one-
he lawnmowers like the whole family at the table.
The like
Dead
big
Alive.
giant tittied
yeah.
zombie
That's a great
whatever
flick.
dragon lady. Yeah.
If you're like a fan of Evil Dead 2, Dead Alive
What's he
is
say?
right there.
I kick ass for the Lord.
Yeah, that's
What
right.
movie
but
is this?
Dead Alive?
Dead Alive. Yeah, Dead Alive.
I've also never
It's got
seen
two
that.
different
Dang.
names. It's a
gotta
Peter
watch some
Jackson
movies.
movie before
You might not watch horror movies though, Adam.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot.
Yeah, but these ones are like action horror. They're very cool.
they're
I
like
just went and
nerdy
did
gore
a
movies.
crazy thing, that thing in DC, the
Oh,
American Valor,
yeah.
a salute
You're
to our heroes.
back.
Hello.
It was wild, dude. First of all,
Yeah.
I did not know what I was getting myself into.
Right.
I thought I wasn't hosting, and then turns out I was hosting, and I got like
Right.
80 pages of host copy like the week before.
Right.
Gotcha, bitch.
It ended up going pretty good.
Okay.
Of course, the only part that we biffed was when I'm talking to the Holocaust survivors. That's the only part that we fucked up.
Right.
Hold up.
Where they said they
Okay,
brought the
that could
people
go a lot
out
of
in the
ways.
wrong line.
You
So
watch
there's-
Survivor on CBS?
That's pretty.
No.
That's pretty tough.
It's about the same, right?
How
No,
did
so I was supposed to ask this one guy a question, and so I'm
Nice suit.
saying his
What's it,
name,
Holocaust?
and I'm looking right at him. So I'm saying this guy's name, I'm looking right at him, and I asked this like, what was it like? What do you want the American public to know about your time spent in the camps? And then this other guy starts talking. And that wasn't the guy that I asked the question to, but they had lined them up in the wrong line. So it's just me. And then he goes, the other guy's like, wait, that's me. And I'm like, who? And he's
And
like,
they're
that's
like
my
90,
name. And I'm
yeah.
like, and then they're like, yeah, we don't have a mic on the other guy. The producers are screaming at me. And I'm like, well, you lined him up wrong. And now I feel like an asshole. And then so I asked the guy, the first guy, the question, and then he starts talking. But I think then he got nervous because he was thrown off. And you couldn't understand him because these people are all over 100 years old.
Yeah.
So then you couldn't really understand him. And then I just looked at the crowd and go, thank you very much. And that was it, dude. It was miserable. I felt so bad. I dropped the ball. I'm sure they're going to edit it and it's going to look great.
I
and
hope so.
It's going to be
Right.
fine. I mean, God, I hope so.
Are
But
these
it
guys
was-
in wheelchairs?
They were that they had people holding them. So they're walking. A lot of them were walking.
Because the move, if someone's ever like wheeled out to you on stage, is you take a knee right next to them and you put like your hand on top of their hand right there, and you get down on their level.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Durs, you're
That's the
hosting next
move.
year. I'm going to throw your name in the hat. You're hosting next year.
I mean,
Absolutely.
if those dudes are around, I can't wait to.
But it was really cool. It was a really, really cool event. Besides the one flub, I met Rudy, and I mean, he was badass, dude. Actually, shorter than me. I kind of thought. I kind of thought that we were going to be the same size or maybe a little bit bigger, but it also made me go. Did I have a shot? Did I not try hard enough?
To play at Notre Dame, you mean?
I don't know. You didn't graduate OCC, so we'll see.
Well, I mean, that's not about football, dude. That's not about athletic abilities.
Also, your legs
I met
are...
Marcus Luttrell, and he was one of the
Luttrell.
Navy SEALs. He was the lone survivor that Mark Wahlberg played in the movie Lone Survivor.
Oh,
And I met Taylor Kitsch, who was there. Who played
Friday
Michael
Night
Murphy,
Lights.
who passed. I met Michael Murphy's dad, and then I met all these amazing Navy
And
SEAL
Michael
guys.
Murphy, for those who are listening who don't know who that is, who's Michael Murphy?
He was the Taylor Kitsch's character in Lone Survivor.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I guess I didn't know Taylor Kitsch was in Lone Survivor.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was
Yes,
just
he
about
is.
one guy.
No. It starts off. It's a group of them, and then they get ambushed.
I remember seeing it.
Oh yeah, it was a great movie. It's I believe the story is, and I don't want to fuck this up. Yes,
It's
so
like 10 guys rolled up on 150 dudes, right?
no way.
yes, and then no, they rolled up there just on like a scouting mission, and then like some goat herders are
shit.
there, and they like are like, what do we do? Like these guys could rat us out to the Taliban, and they voted, and they're like, we're not going to kill these guys because essentially they were either going to have to kill them or let them go down the hill or whatever. Because if they were to just tie them up, someone would come looking for them.
Right.
And so they just are like, let's just let them go. They go down. These motherfucking goat herders, they ratted them out to the Taliban members. So the Taliban, it comes after them, and then it's a crazy shootout. And when I say that I've never met anyone like Marcus Luttrell, the guy was 6'6",
Yeah.
stone cold eyes, the strongest. I went down, I shook all of their hands. They're all like ripping my shoulder out of my socket. And I don't think they're not just doing it to do it. You know what I mean? That's just their handshake.
Yeah.
You know how you meet someone and you're like, all right, buddy,
Yeah,
you're trying to like big dick me. These
Mhm.
guys, obviously, their dicks are bigger than me.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
You know?
whoa! Are you trying
These
to
guys,
big dick me right now?
Sir, are you
when
trying to
meet
big dick
someone
me?
and then they're squeezing the
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
out of your
yeah.
hand, and you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
buddy,
Like,
these
okay,
guys,
chill.
their hands were so fucking meaty, dude.
I just
Yeah.
asked to meet the manager at Chipotle. You don't have to try to crush my hand, all right?
Right.
Wait,
Yeah,
why are you
that's the
asking for the
scenario.
manager?
Oh, because it was a really good day. Really good
You're gonna
chicken today.
compliment?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that for
Mhm.
you. But it was really cool seeing these guys. I'm like, you know how, I mean, I was kind of thought like, well, maybe if I was going to be in the military, I could
Mm.
probably be a Navy SEAL. You know, like if I'm
Mhm.
going to go for it,
Yeah, you've
I
got
would.
like mental
Yes,
fortitude.
yeah.
Toughness.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or at least I think I do. You know what I mean? At least
Yeah.
I also have delusional confidence.
Right.
Okay.
Where
I
I
think
think
all
I
these
can-
guys have a little bit of that.
Yeah, and I think you
You
have
have
to in
to.
order to be able to do those sort of things. So I think maybe I could do it. And then upon meeting these guys, I was like, nope, can't.
Not happening.
Right.
I can't because they're all 6'4".
Yeah.
They're all absolutely jacked.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like dressed as like cowboys or like, I mean, they're all the coolest motherfuckers you've ever seen in your life. I'm like
Oh.
unreal movie characters.
They're dressed like cowboys. In other words, they're the coolest motherfuckers you've ever seen. Yeah, got it.
But you know what I mean? Like it didn't seem fake. It seemed like they were walking the walk.
I think that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's what it is you're actually in a room with a bunch of like people who aren't fake. They are like real heroes who really put their fucking lives on the
Yeah.
line. It's crazy. It's very
Do you guys ever watch
commendable.
those shows where they put people through like the ringer, like the training ringer of like what it takes to be like these guys? And it's like, I don't know, a couple weeks of like intense shit. And like they start with like 100 people. And after day one, it's down to like 22, right? Just after like the
They
first
drop
thing.
out. Yes.
And then it's like physical, obviously. And then the mental stuff is
Oh,
the
that's the
crazy
shit. That's yeah.
They're like, so we're going to put you in a box for 12 hours with just babies crying, blasting on speakers.
What? Wait, sorry. What is this? Oh, this is for Navy SEALs
Yeah,
training?
it's like a reality show where there's all sorts of different reality shows where like they put people through Navy SEALs training or like the equivalent. And the physical shit's tough, obviously, but the mental stuff is also like crazy. And they like interview these guys and ladies, and they like get down to the nitty grit of like, what's the most painful thing you've ever been through? Because like a lot of these people have come from some sort of background where like something devastating happened, and it's like,
that's why they're able to send it so hard. You know what I mean?
They're
I
like,
feel-
this isn't as bad as when my alcoholic dad would beat me and my family in front of me.
shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
Fuck.
Well,
they're
it's
like,
sort
this
of
is
like-
not pain.
like how every comic needs to have something in their life that, like the great ones had something in their life that was
Right.
off in order for
Right.
them to tap into that gear, you know?
Right. Like Pryor grew up in a
In a
whorehouse, right?
whorehouse. Yeah. And his
Yeah.
mom was a prostitute.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll
So
do it.
either
That'll
you
do it.
become funny or you become a fucking sick killing machine. That's
Cool
pretty
pimp.
cool.
Yeah. Or a cool drug dealer or a pimp, or actually you can
Yeah.
be kind of a lot of cool things.
Yeah, rapper.
Yeah.
But the mental stuff, dude, I was just kind of like, whoa. Like, I don't know.
Oh, I would-
like
I would
doing a
fail
bunch of
immediately.
chin-ups and running or whatever the fuck. Like, sure, you can train for that, but like training to just be stuck in a box for 12 hours with your
Dude.
mind, and it's
I-
hot as fuck, and you're like sweating, and like it's just
The baby's on top of
Yeah,
it. The
dude.
box alone is hard.
I
Yeah.
read the Rob O'Neill book, and he's the guy. He was the Navy SEAL that the SEAL Team 6 guy that killed Bin Laden,
Mhm.
and he wrote
Got
this
him.
book.
He got him.
Got him.
Mhm.
He wrote this book, and I mean, it kind of goes into detail, like everything that they have to go through in order
Got
to
him
become a
by
Navy
Rob
SEAL.
O'Neill.
It's absolutely wild, like what they have to put themselves through.
Well, they
Yeah.
have like the highest training of any military, right?
Yeah. And I think it used to be crazier.
yeah, I think
it
so.
used to be like
know.
a little fast and loose where it'd be like, hey man, every once in a while, we need to beat you up. Because like you just need to know You just
what
need to
pain
know what that feels like.
Yeah, you got to get checked.
I
Or
don't know
like,
if
don't
they
they
do
put
that
you
anymore.
through like torture to kind of
Sleep
like
deprivation. Yeah.
yeah, where
it's
it's
like sleep deprivation.
if they
and all that
catch
stuff.
you and they put you through torture, you need to be
Right.
able to like keep your lip zipped or whatever.
And you need to like memorize like, I don't know, 200-word passages or some shit. I don't know what it is, but like you need to memorize certain things so that when you're sleep deprived and they're like, okay, so what's that thing? And you just go, "Is roses are red, violets are blue.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, he's trying to big dick me from the back.
Big dick in me.
Yeah.
Give me a hell yeah!
It was wild. I met all the last remaining, or at least all the people that they could get, World War II members.
That's
Right.
crazy, man.
Yeah, and there was only like what 30 of them, maybe.
How about those hats? The hats they wear?
Dude, the fit.
Dude.
There was this. Oh, dude, there was this one guy.
I
most
love
of them,
that shit so much.
Most of them were like in the some sort of uniform or like a suit and a tie.
Mm-hmm.
There was this black guy that looked so. He had a crushed white velvet tuxedo.
Mm-hmm.
His white afro picked out. It was so sick. The black wraparound sunglasses that are for old people, so it makes sense
like the
here.
Oakley?
Yes, like the ones that go over your glasses.
Yes,
the
that go over
blockers.
your glasses.
Yeah.
And everyone else like walked or wheelchaired out, and then they sat him in a chair or had them in their wheelchairs, or like had someone help. He refused help.
Yeah.
And I mean, he has to be over
Badass.
100 years old. I'm like, this guy is the fucking man.
Get off me.
I wish I had more time. I wanted to just hammer down his story.
I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
all of those people you could talk to for like a month straight and just be the most interesting, intriguing stories you've ever heard.
Yeah, it made me go
and
like,
the
I
hats.
wish I
The hats are
knew
dope.
more about. I think I'm entering that stage of life where I'm just going to get deep into World War II
History Channel.
Oh boy!
I remember when
Gillis
my
has
dad
a
went
funny
down this.
bit about that.
He does. Yeah, Shane has a very funny bit about this, but it makes sense. I'm like, as I was meeting all these people, I had a vague recollection of their stories just from because I always liked history, but I never really dove deep. Now I'm like, oh fuck, I need to dive deep.
Yeah, man. It's
it was such a fun event. I hope they ask me to host it again, unless Durs comes and steals my.
I mean, he knows
gig.
how to do the little wheelchair.
What's crazy is that I'm not leaving there without someone's hat.
Fuck.
Like,
wow, dude!
I feel like
Damn,
I could
dude.
do it, but then I feel like I would just snatch a hat off somebody.
I think you can get him at like Army.
No, that's the rushes for me is taking it off of
Stealing
one
off
of
a vet.
our heroes. Yeah, I don't know why.
Dude, hey,
I'm mad.
Come upstairs. I want to show you something.
Yeah.
Look at these hats.
How quickly your arms would get broken if you snatched a hat. Like if you were just a punk kid.
If you were like,
or if you were just on
TikTok.
If you were just
But
if
still,
you just
somebody's
snatch
gonna
a
come
hat,
to their defense.
dude, I mean, some of the most intimidating motherfuckers in the world were right there.
Durs's
They
first
would track you
TikTok.
down and break your arms without a doubt.
Hey guys.
Yo, I'm
Like my
take this
hat.
dude's hat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Durs's he's part of Prank Talk,
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah,
which I'm
man.
assuming is what they call prank TikTok, right? They have to, right?
I
Because there's a
have to.
huge. That's such a thing now of like
What
I'm just gonna
is?
do some fucked up shit and see if I can get away with it. Like there's one guy that just goes to football games and wears the opposing team, and then drunk people yell at him, and then he just tries to get in fights, and then does
And posts it.
Or
and
like,
posts it, and like isn't a big guy, like is kind of just gets his ass kicked kind of a lot.
people are
And post
fucking
it.
wild, dude.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Just like dressing up like a clown and like
Did you
just
see
going.
the one kid, some Asian kid, he was like, it was on TikTok, and he goes, well, I watch it on Reels when it finally makes it to Instagram, like 2 months
6
later.
months later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
But some Asian kid, he's like, this McDonald's fucked up my order, so I'm gonna drive my car into the McDonald's, and then drives full steam ahead into the McDonald's, like throws his car
That's
through
funny.
into the side of it.
That's funny, dude.
Then
How do you come up with something like that?
Go
Then
ahead,
they
yeah.
are after him. He like escapes. They're
Yeah.
like, "Is a warrant out for his arrest?" Then he's like, "Oh shit, there's a warrant out for my arrest. This is so hilarious. I'm on the run." And then it's him like on the run from police. And
But here's the thing. It's almost worth it.
yeah,
Maybe.
Dude,
I
it
love
is.
this. I love
There's
this
all
take.
there's all sorts of like things you wouldn't think would be good or like looked at
Yeah.
in a certain light, but all of a sudden you got all these eyeballs on you. You're
Yeah.
Haktua. Like you like
Wait,
you really wanna be
Haktua
taught-
was innocent. Come on.
No, but I'm just saying, like going on the internet and being like, "Hey, how do you blow a guy?" and being like, "I like to spit on it." That
Yeah.
wouldn't be necessarily
That
like a
is
thing
what
that
it
you're
was,
like,
huh?
you know what? Let's promote that person. But you do it, and then from that you get put on. And so, like driving a car into a McDonald's, I don't recommend that. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I'm like, but now you've got all these eyeballs, and then it's like, what do you
Yes.
do with that?
Well,
And so
I think
I can't
we
blame
found
any of these kids who are like, what can
I think we
if I
found
like
the flaw in the society is we can't uplift that kind of behavior, but it's hard to stop
but
because
it's like
so crazy.
it's the famous
It's hard
quote.
to
It's like
stop
watching
watching.
a train wreck. Like
Yeah.
you want to watch, and then now you're. I mean, this is the entire Kardashian empire is built off of this. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like it
absolutely.
was
Well,
something.
that's art. That was an artist.
Sure,
As an
hey,
art piece.
but I'm just saying, it's like you just need to get the eyeballs, however you get them,
Yeah.
and some other balls, and
Okay. Okay. so-
Well, I
Um,
mean that's true. And
then it's what you do with it. It's wild.
shout out to Ray J.
yeah.
Raycon.
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's also he could have killed himself. He could have killed other people.
That's true.
That's the one. Like if you go
don't
to a
like that.
sports game, like a football game or whatever, and you're rocking a Georgia gear and you go to Alabama and you're like, fuck Alabama, and then you get your ass kicked.
Yeah, but
That's
dude,
just on you
hit-
because you're
It's
just gonna
science.
get your ass kicked.
I know, but if you punch somebody, they fall the wrong way, they're paralyzed, or they die.
Okay.
Like it's still stupid. Or you get paralyzed now. But dude, now
I'm a dumbass.
now you're getting the clicks.
Yeah.
Now
all
you get
about
it. Now you have a
clicks.
journey that you're gonna
Very.
like.
Daddy.
If you guys keep watching, I'll start walking. You know, then
Mhm.
you're set. Brought to you by fucking I don't know what Nike just sent these shoes. They're pretty.
I mean,
cool.
has anyone done
Can't run in 'em, but-
a comedy set in the world of influencers yet? Like a real like I know I've seen
Yes.
a few
Like
that
a
were
show?
What was it called? There was like a horror one about a dude. It's the guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want a horror. I don't want a horror. I want a straight up comedy that's about
Ingrid Goes West,
influencers.
or
Didn't
Yeah,
they
but
do
that was
like,
more of a thriller.
like a house. They do a house, like, but I guess that's put on by the influencers. What's that
but the
one
thing
house?
is, I don't know. I'm like I feel like one of my favorite comedies the last however many years, Pop Star, made fun of
Mhm.
like Justin Bieber type guys, and the
Mhm.
generation that likes Bieber didn't like the movie. They were like, don't fucking clown our guy.
Make fun of him.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, can you clown these people that essentially everybody likes?
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, the way that people that like NASCAR still like Talladega Nights. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
think if you do it correctly, I don't think
Right.
it's
Yeah.
you're not like talking down to.
But can you out social media the social media?
I guess
Like-
yeah. I
Like
would
they're
have to hear the
in
take.
Talladega Nights, they're outdoing how ridiculous NASCAR people are. Like it's a cartoon
Right.
character, basically.
Mhm.
Can you out? I don't know. I know what you're
Yeah.
saying. I would love to see this movie, but it would just be so obvious where you're like, yeah.
Yeah, it almost
SN
has to
SNL
become
kinda
it
does it.
has to become a horror in a way because the only way my mind goes is like it gets bad. It gets really dark. Like
Well,
what's the happy
but it
version?
doesn't have to. Okay, use your associates of the arts degree. Okay, it
Mhm,
can be funny the entire time, even if a guy is paralyzed and he's like, if I get enough clicks,
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just it could be silly. It doesn't need to be. I mean, that is sad, but it's all tone, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird that it hasn't happened yet. Also,
Yes.
comedy in movies is dead.
Oh yeah, fully
Um,
Not
dead.
a lot of
On life
But
support.
yeah, how is there not a TV show that follows a person and then shows the behind the scenes? I don't know.
Well,
It already exists.
I
You're
think
already
because they
following-
already put it on their YouTube, and they're like, well,
Right.
why would I waste all this hot content for a TV
No, but I mean,
show?
sorry, no, I mean a show
Scripted.
about it, like a scripted show about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Just watch the real thing, baby. It's better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we really tapped into something
Yeah, that was
here
cool,
today. I
man.
mean,
Wow.
listen to us.
That
We're speechless.
Felt good.
That's a
Wow.
first.
Felt good.
Wow.
Wow,
It
dude.
was like
there
someone's
any-
trying to big dick me from the back.
Is there any take
I
backs?
just added to the back.
I would like to say thank you to American Valor for having me out there to host that thing. I was
Yeah.
in way over my head,
Mm.
but it went pretty great. And
Yeah.
You're
the lone
besides you know,
survivor.
there was a couple flubs, but it
Mhm.
was pretty damn awesome. I said right away, I'm like, I'm going to mess up. I had like a day to prepare. There's a teleprompter
They're like,
so far
I don't
away.
want to
You're
hear
gonna
any
see
fucking excuses.
you're gonna
Right.
see how
Misfire.
I can't read. No, the crowd was actually fantastic. They were like the whole time. It was
And
like
who
a
was the
3.5
crowd? Was the
hour long
crowd
show.
like
It was a lot
docked
of
soldiers or whatever?
Yes, a lot of military,
Servicemen
a lot of
and women?
veterans.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, do it
predominantly
live!
That and their families and friends.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I
Yeah.
respect you for doing that. When I
Shout
heard you were
out
gonna do
American
that.
Valor.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if I have any take backs. I feel like I was on pretty good behavior today.
You always are, dude.
yeah.
You never say anything
Thank
out
you
of
so
pocket.
much.
We're kind of waiting for you to step up on the
Yeah.
podcast and maybe say something
Show your
a little
butthole or
outside of
something.
your comfort zone a little bit,
Yeah.
dude.
You know,
Put
I
yourself
like
out
to-
there just a little bit.
I like
Yeah,
to
do you
be
have a
the
hot? Why don't you give us a hot take? Give us
A
a hot
hot-
take.
Give us one hot take.
Something that'll step on some toes. Something the
Um,
comment section can get after.
I don't really know what would rock the boat. What would be a hot take?
That's not for us to
that's
answer.
for you
Blake.
to decide. Yes.
I mean,
ask
I
us like a bitch.
I don't really have one, guys.
Oh wow,
I just
dude.
go
And that's
about
the
my
best
day.
about
I'm out here telling an entire continent they have bad food.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
you can't.
Can't think of one thing. And that's what you want from your comedians is just having no takes, no hot takes, no cold takes. Just sort of right down the middle. Never
Well,
really
now that I
having
think of it,
opinions on things.
Yeah, I don't really like.
How about this, Blake?
Yeah.
Since we're talking about the military.
Mhm.
What the hell?
What?
Wait.
What?
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. We were talking about the military.
Yes,
Go off.
we were.
Uh-huh.
So we know the different branches. What do you think is without the Coast Guard? Because that's the easy answer. What is the weakest, sorriest branch of the military?
Yep. There's a hot take. What you got?
Navy,
Yeah, why don't
Air
we?
Force, Marines, or Army?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm thinking maybe.
I guess it's got to be the Army. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Maybe the Army. It has it's the easiest one to get into. Is it? I don't know. I don't know enough about.
Wow.
The
Did you guys hear that, Army?
dude, hot
Easiest one to get
take.
into.
What the
Wow,
hell,
dude.
man?
Burn
Fucking
him
hot
up in the
take.
comments.
Wow, dude.
Dude, I do
after
not
just
like
hosted
this
American
edition.
Valor,
I don't
that's-
like this hot take section. I
that's
don't like
rough.
it one bit.
That's
I feel
rough,
set
dog.
up. I try to write a
Dude,
neutral
the fucking
line.
Rangers? Are you kidding me? You're about to get
Yikes.
You guys-
sniped.
This
Great.
Switzerland of
Great.
comedy, Blake
Now I'm-
Anderson.
Now I'm gonna get my freaking head shaved at a bar by some army brat.
Well,
Oh, calling him
that's
brats
actually not a
now.
bad idea.
Okay.
Oh, brats.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Come
you calling
on,
our
man!
brats
You
So
guys
you're
are
making
taking
fun
my
of their
break
children.
for me.
Shut up, bitch.
Come on,
Yikes.
man. Leave me alone.
You know what? I actually ran into quite a few at my trip to DC, people that were shouting out, "This is important."
Okay.
And just down in Orange County the other day, I was stopped on the street pushing bow.
Mhm.
Someone said how much they love it. And I just want to say thank you to our followers and listeners for supporting us all the way from Workaholics through Game Over Man to this. And I promise we're going to come out with other stuff that we're going to try, unlike this podcast, where obviously we're not trying too hard. You don't want to
That
try.
shit's important.
We don't want to be too
I mean,
hard.
I brought a fucking light to
You
Australia.
did.
Yeah,
That is
that was pretty
commendable.
sick. That
Shout
was
out to
pretty
you. Shout out to you.
And,
And
I want to thank you guys for being along for the ride for us.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
And if I could just do a quick take back about what I said about the Army,
No.
honestly, I can't choose. Like,
So
and
it
I
is the
shouldn't
Marines.
have.
Oh.
And I shouldn't have. And
Mhm.
all of our forces are equally important and
Yeah.
Okay.
awesome. So that's my take
All right.
back for the day.
Yeah.
All right.
Except for Coast Guard.
Thank you.
And by the way, shout out to the people who listen to This Is Important
Mm.
who never watched Workaholics.
And that's
Because we
incredible.
know you're
Yes.
out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
I
and-
said that last week. I had a meeting and he said he went on a date and the girl had never watched Workaholics, came to multiple live shows. She loves the podcast so much. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mm.
Flabbergasted,
Thanks to her.
but a lot of love.
We love you.
Lot of
Lot
love.
of love. Lot of love,
Mhm.
everybody.
Lot of love.
And Blake, if you could just play some cool like soldier music
Yeah.
to
Oh,
get us
shit.
off. I don't know if that
Yeah.
means Soldier Boy or if that
Oh,
means,
you beat
Yeah, I
me
don't
to
know.
it. Son.
Oh.
Can we do Soldier Boy? No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
or
You
just
want
like
it
the
up to you.
score from the movie Soldier.
Oh shit. It's
Is that a
Kurt Russell, correct?
novel? Yeah.
Well, I've got a really good one, but first, that was another episode of
This
is important.
This is what Adam came out to on stage.
When they see you rolling them polars around it. With the top down, feeling the sounds quaking and vibrating your thighs, riding harder than guys with the chrome wheels.
Where's my Buffalo Soldiers?